How big a deal was it to buy this home?
I mean, you work and you work and you work. And
Leandro Hernandez paid $562,000 for this modest home in the LA suburbs 3 years ago.
And what's it worth now?
I'm being told it's worth in the 520 range.
His adjustable rate mortgage is resetting next month. His monthly payment of $2,832 will balloon to more than $4,400.
You've already done the math. You can't make the payment.
I can't make the payment. There's no way. I mean, my babies have to eat, and what I make right now it's a very predictable income. I can work all the overtime I want, but I mean, it's not going to happen. You know, can't spend that many hours at work.
And despite yet another big interest rate cut today for Hernandez and many others, refinancing isn't an option.
Falling interest rates will help the economy. They will help people who have a good balance sheet in their personal life. They won't help people who owe more money than their house is worth. If you owe more money than your house is worth, no one will refinance that loan. It doesn't make sense to loan against a house that isn't worth that value. And it doesn't matter how low the interest rates are, you can't refinance. And if your house isn't worth what you owe on it, you probably can't sell it either. Those are the people who are thinking about walking away.
With the number of foreclosures up 75% from a year ago, a whole new industry has sprung up to advise distressed homeowners who choose foreclosure as a way to cut their losses.
You know, the lenders really created the problem and brought people in to circumstances financially they shouldn't have been in. Really, these people, they're faced with staying in their home and a lot of times think they have to move out quickly. They're fearful every day or every week that they're going to get kicked out. And we tell them that's not true. You know, they can stay in the home. They have a sense of security. Certainly they're not going to be holdover tenants and try to, you know, go against the law, but they have some security and can look to the future. They can start looking for places to rent. They can, as I said earlier, start paying other debts and really get themselves back into a sound financial situation.
Peter Viles, editor for the Los Angeles Times blog LA Land, sees blame for the crisis moving from the borrower to the lender.
There seems to be rising anger against the lenders that, yes, it was stupid for me to take out a loan I couldn't afford to pay back. And yes, the house isn't worth what I thought it was worth, but I only did that one time. What about these lenders who did it hundreds of thousands of times? They made bad loans on properties that weren't worth the value. And a lot of people now are starting to get very angry at these lenders and saying, you know what, they deserve to have these properties come right back in their lap and they take the house and they take the loss.
This is the financial center of the house?
That's where, yes, exactly. That's where the bills come and we basically file them. This is what has to be paid.
Leandro Hernandez, father of 5, worked in the mortgage industry before the crash and figures he can stay in his house as long as a year without paying the mortgage.
It's like they say, you can't squeeze blood out of a turnip. It makes more sense for me basically to not pay them, save that $3,000, put my money together, get an apartment somewhere, and deal with the consequences later.
He says if the bank won't relent on his ballooning payments, his choice is crystal clear.
How can I be expected to pay $44.79 and, again, feed my kids and, you know, just stay in the house or feed my babies? That's basically what it comes down to.
The thing that homeowners have to take into consideration here is that this is a real disaster for your credit. If you have a foreclosure on your record, even defaults, but if you fall behind on your mortgage and don't pay it, everyone you go to borrow money from for the next 6 or 7 years is going to know about this. When you go for a job, when you try to rent an apartment, this is going to be on your credit. It's not like you walk away scot-free. You walk away with a huge black mark on your credit rating. But some of these people are so desperate, they're saying, you know what, I'll take it.
A hard choice more and more homeowners may have to make. For Nightline, Miguel Marquez, Chino Hills, California.